This is a 1971 FeTAp 611-2 from SEL, or Standard Electric Lorenz. Standard Electric Lorenz was the German subsidiary of the ITT Corporation, hence Standard Electric. FeTAP 611 was, of course, introduced in 1961. It had its early models. It started out with the SEL Assistant, and then they produced what is known as the FeTAP 611 as shown here in this video. This one is in the common gray color, or known in Germany as Graumaus. Gray was the most common color found on this telephone. It has its gray with its ivory trim, ivory accents, which are found on the dial, the caps of the handset, and of course, the base on the telephone. I got this, I think, 2 years ago, sometime in November. I remember it was cold that day, and it was around the holidays because it actually arrived at my front door in the morning, which was unusual compared to other times of the year. With holidays, they always delivered stuff in the morning, and they even did that here where I'm at now. But anyway, this phone has all SEL parts, even the plastics, with the exception of the dial and, of course, the transmitter and the receiver. The transmitter and the receiver are both made by Friedrich Reiner, and the dial is made by DFG, which is Deutsche Fernsehgesellschaft. I'm not sure, but this dial is actually also from 1971. Now, I do know that the Standard Electric Lorenz had earlier models of their dials that were very similar to the DFG dials or the Siemens dials that are found on the W48s and, of course, on this telephone as well. But I'm not sure if this phone was originally equipped with that SEL dial. There's no telling if they refurbished this and added one of those dials, or this telephone, given that it's 1971, and of course the dials from 1971 as well, they were able to install DFG dials on the SEL telephones from the FeTAP 611s. So it could have been refurbished, but it might the dial might have been the first dial and the only dial that had been used on this telephone that had been installed. There's no telling. No one had ever written their phone number here in the center, so they never used that. Dial spins well. The only issue that I came across on this telephone upon receiving it is that it had a cord, but it was chopped off in the handset, so it rendered it useless, so I had to trash it. So this telephone went a couple years without a handset cord, so I finally got one. So if you all recall my W48 telephone, I got it over in Amsterdam. It was equipped with this cord here. All I did was change the spade tips from the little, I don't know if you call them the little forked ones, to the little slide-in ones. I stripped them and I put them on there. It fits like a glove. So my goal now is to get a better cord for the W48, the ivory one that I got this from, because it was poorly installed. It must have been taken to a independent refurbishing shop over there in the Netherlands, because it's also equipped with a Dutch plug. They took a cord from a T65 basically handset and the line cord and installed on the W48. But that's a whole nother story. So by the way, I'm also thinking about redoing a video of that telephone. It's been a couple of years. But anyway, take a look at the phone. It's working great now. Give you a look at the handset. Very common color, nothing too special with the color they had on this. It's not bright orange or green or black or anything. It's just a run-of-the-mill gray. Here's the other side. And then I'll show you the bottom label. So every FeTAP 611 has their own label. So they always put their logos on theirs as well. And there's also a letter B right there under FeTAP. B was the code letter for the SEL. And you can see this is July of 1971, and this telephone, of course, was rented through the Bundespost, so it was also, post office, Bundespost, which is indicated by the post right there. And here, a little side note here. Someone had tried to pry this thing off because they didn't know how to take these apart. I'm assuming the little seals were in here before, and they thought maybe prying this off would open up the phone. And one of the little clips here is actually broken off, so it's loose, but I tightened it enough that it won't come off. But someone must have thought that's how you take that, because you could see little pry marks there. Wasn't very smart, but at least it's on the bottom. You don't see anything on the... Yeah, you can see right there they tried to pry it from that side as well. And on that side. So, yeah. That's probably what I would have done when I first got a telephone like this. I've come into some hard ways of damaging stuff, trying to figure out how to open things up. But thankfully, I figured out that you take those little things off to open up the phone. But here's what to look at the cord. Now, for example, on the Argentinian telephone that I have from Standard Electric, basically the same model, the TLF 300 from Argentina I did a year ago, the video of it. Now, their telephones, they have gray ones as well. Instead of having a matching gray cord, they had the ivory cords. So on the German ones, they had a matching gray, and this line cord here is original to the phone. I installed a port here, a modular port, so now we can plug it in and all that. And here's also the sound of the dial as well. Only needed a light oiling. Running nice and smoothly. Let me move that out of the way there. Okay, I made some little notes before I did my video, but anyway, I apologize if there's no natural light in here. This is all the time I have before, it's time to go to bed. But anyway, so what we'll do now is I will hook it up to the machine there, and we will demonstrate the telephone for you all. Okay, we're back with the machine. So I will pick up the handset here, give you dial tone. Oops. A lot of whistling there. Okay, and then we got the transmitter here. It's working fine, and you can see the change in the light as I speak into the transmitter. Sorry for that whistling there. So let me dial a few numbers. Okay. And now we will ring the telephone. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. Pictures are coming next.